Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Cage, where we bring you the latest and exciting updates of UFC. First, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. UFC teams up with MMA legend Georges St-Pierre. You see, exciting news from the world of combat sports is just coming your way. Just recently, FC Fight Pass has announced a fantastic partnership with UFC Hall of Famer and former UFC champion Georges St-Pierre. And guess what? He not only will return to active competition, but he will also take on broadcasting duties for the UFC. Interesting, right? Guys, it's been quite a while since we last saw Georges St-Pierre in action, hasn't it? After retiring from the UFC back in 2017, he stepped away from competitive combat sports, leaving fans craving to see him back in the ring. But guess what? The long wait is finally over. St-Pierre's return to professional combat sports will take place in the main event of UFC Fight Pass Invitational 6.
I'm 42 years old, and it gives me, because I felt at the end when I retired, I was training, but, I needed some, I like the kick of competition, I like to get it back, and I like to feel the adrenaline again, and I think it's also an avenue for fighters who still want to compete, to make money, and to have fun with the fan and the family of the UFC.
But that's not all. St-Pierre will make his debut as a broadcaster for UFC Fight Pass Invitational 5 in September. Additionally, he will also collaborate with UFC on original content and shine a spotlight on UFC's professional grappling initiatives. "I'm very excited to be a part of the UFC Fight Pass Invitational," St-Pierre said. "I can't wait to test my skills and compete on the same card as the best grapplers on the planet. It's an amazing time to be a fan of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it's only going to get bigger with UFC Fight Pass." White confirms cancellation of McGregor versus Chandler. In 2023, there's been quite a buzz in the MMA world about a potential matchup. Yes, you understand it right? The rumors are between none other than Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. According to UFC President Dana White, there's still hope for that fight to happen in 2023. As we follow the action-packed Ultimate Fighter 31 TUF season, we can see that Team Chandler has been dominating with an impressive 6-0 lead over Team McGregor. Here, things getting intense. Here, the fans and Michael Chandler himself have been eagerly awaiting confirmation on when they will finally face off in the octagon. Man, the wait is real. However, there's still a bit of uncertainty surrounding Conor McGregor and his position with the United States Anti-Doping Agency, USADA. In 2021, he became absent from the USADA testing pool. This absence has created some mystery regarding McGregor's eligibility. Until that is clarified, fans and fighters alike are left wondering when and if the highly anticipated clash between McGregor and Chandler will become a reality. As the story continues to unfold, White made a recent statement. 100% there's a chance they fight this year, White told TSN's Aaron Bronsteter, MMA Fighting. McGregor's not back in the USADA testing pool. We'll see how that plays out. They're saying that now, but who knows? I don't talk about ST until ST happens. To sit here and think hypothetically how a million different things could happen, no idea. I'm focused on what's happening this Saturday and then next Saturday. UFC 300 isn't even in my mind right now. The Conor thing, who the hell knows how that's going to play out? Who cares what USADA says? We'll see what happens when it happens, so I don't know, he concluded. The scene quickly turned a bit comical as White had to sprint from his cage-side seat and into the octagon to separate the lightweights. "It started escalating, and nobody was getting in the middle of it," White said. "So I realized that I had to do it. Not good, because what people don't understand when they see stuff like that happen and they're like, oh, they love it. The commission doesn't love it, and it's bad when that stuff happens. It's a pain in the ass for us, and it can mess a lot of things up," he continued. "So that can never happen. I was waiting for somebody to jump in and they didn't, and instead of jumping in, it started to escalate, so not good." Tyson Fury teases clash with Ngannou. In the turn of events, Tyson Fury has certainly stirred up some rumors with his latest comments. He claimed that his next fight might be against none other than Francis Ngannou. However, discussions for potential bouts against Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua have hit roadblocks in recent months. That is why they left Fury without a confirmed opponent. Nevertheless, the determined Fury is eager to step back into the squared circle by September and has hinted at his next challenger as well. It seems that he is not easygoing at all. You know, both fighters are going to make a tough showdown. Undoubtedly, discussions about the fight will need to be ironed out. So yeah, the possibility of Fury and Ngannou sharing the ring adds an extra layer of excitement to the fans. Recently, Fury made statements about their next showdown. There's been a lot of talk of me and Ngannou fighting each other, and he wants to come to boxing, Fury told the Out of Interest podcast during a recent trip to Australia. He wants to fight me, talking a lot of stuff on Instagram, was even at one of my last fights, got in the ring and confronted me. There's potential, but we've had a lot of offers come in from the Middle East to host that fight this summer, Fury revealed. Guys, if you're enjoying the video, we'd love your support. Just hit that subscribe button to motivate us to bring you more exciting content. Strickland's bold statement to Rogan. I am white trash. I am the future of America. Once again, Sean Strickland is making waves in the spotlight following his impressive victory against Abus Magomedov in their UFC main event. However, it wasn't just his performance that caught attention. During his fight week, he expressed his controversial opinions on various topics, including women in the workforce, his love for America, and his disdain for TikTok. In actuality, he knows how to remain in everyone's talk, right? While Joe Rogan invited Strickland onto his popular podcast. As expected, the conversation took an interesting turn during their conversation. At that moment, Strickland took the opportunity to elaborate on his comments about America in a video titled, Sean Strickland Expands on His Press Conference Comments About America. That discussion on the podcast certainly raised eyebrows and generated significant reactions. But who cares? As his outcome unfolds, it's clear that his unfiltered approach continues to keep him at the center of attention.
I'm white trash. What I mean by that is I am the future of America. So both my parents work. My dad's a piece of shit, but fucking in hell probably right now. But both my parents worked. They made good money, but we were poor. We were poor because after the cigarettes, the bars, and the fast food, we're fucking poor. I mean, we had fucking. I can't tell you, you'd find a piece of paper and you wrinkled up, you use that as fucking toilet paper. And then on top of that, now we go full circle. You have two parents working, and I'm going mostly on the West Coast. You have shitty fucking kids, dude. Las Vegas, graduation rates less than 50%. High school dropout, no GED. I'm not one to talk. But how do you raise a family, a successful family, when your kids are being raised by the system?
Right.
By fucking TikTok.
Nate Diaz debunks the claims of CTE. In the last, Nate Diaz gears up for his professional boxing debut in August. Now he wants to set the record regarding concerns about his brain health. You know very well about his unique temperament, and the tone of his voice is all about his personality. Whereas Diaz wants to assure his fans that he is not suffering from any health condition, which is associated with repetitive brain injuries. After fulfilling his contractual obligations with the UFC, Diaz left the organization in November of the previous year. But now, he focused his attention on the upcoming fight, as Diaz prepares to step into the boxing ring against Paul. That's why he wants his fans to know that he is ready and determined to put on a show.
And I don't really be eating punches like how they say. I believe because of the forearms and elbows and shit cut me up, but like I said, I've been in a boxing gym, and it might look like it, but I'm roll with a lot of these punches that anybody lands. I mean, I'm not just walking in like a meathead into punches like a retard. They want to try to talk about me like that, but I've never been knocked out. I've never really been even fucking stunned stupid or nothing like that. So, and these fuckers will talk about how I talk and how I'm fucking got CT or some shit. I'm like, bro, I've been talking this way the whole motherfucking time. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with getting hit or none of that. And I'm smarter now than ever.
Guys, that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you at the next one. Until then, goodbye.